Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode of Deckin Around Deck Specs. Today, we're going to be taking a look at the survival playing cards from Art of Play and Bradley Mountain. Before we jump into it, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel.
And ring that bell.
So Steve, tell us a little bit about this deck.
This deck is printed by USPCC. It is an unspecified print run and printed on premium crushed stock. It does retail for 15 bucks.
Nice, let's check it out.
So this matte tuck box is very minimal in design, which you would want if you were a survivalist. I thought them, using that in the design was really an interesting aspect. The back design is a one-way, and as you can see the corners, there are 4 different animals that you may encounter in the wild.
That's really cool.
Yeah, the deck handles beautifully, being a USPCC crushed stock. It does have thinner borders than normal. That way you can see those corner elements when you do a fan, which I thought was really cool.
Nice.
It does have matching jokers of the falcon or eagle that also graces the front of the tuck box. Now, this is the one thing I really like about this deck is each card is actually, has a survival tip. That is, obviously something that we could use when we're, out hiking or, stuck in the wild, I guess you could say. The one thing that they did put into this deck is a tremendous amount of creativity when illustrating each card. I like how, every once in a while you see an illustration that goes with the survival tip. Carry a rain poncho to protect yourself from a sudden downpour. Some of them may be a little obvious, but definitely something to keep in mind when you're going on a trip.
The tie-in of the court cards to the tip that's there is really a nice touch to it, and I love the aspect that all of the pips and indices are all obviously redrawn and custom as well.
Yeah, they kind of give you the feel of, something you'd see in the outdoor, like maybe the club is like a kind of like a pine cone type feel to
Yeah,
it.
or like a clover even, something, simple and like very natural looking.
Yeah, poison ivy. I hate poison ivy, so I'm going to skip that card. There's your ace of hearts. Focus here. The survival tip is you can use these playing cards as fire kindling. I thought that was the coolest survival tip. And as you can see, the 2 ad cards are just really, really fun. Different things that you would carry and see out in the wild, maybe on a survivalist trip or a hiking
And it
trip.
looks like they were the court cards as well. So those were the images in the center.
Yeah,
You have all the court cards.
yeah, good catch. I definitely think this is a really fun deck that like it says in the survival tip, if you take it out and you need some firewood, you could always burn it if need be.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think it's a clever deck, and I think it's something that, we've seen a lot of these informational decks coming out recently, but I think this one really makes a lot of sense. People like to camp. It's something small that goes with you that's easy enough to throw in your glove box or in your, duffel bag for camping or whatever, and it's useful no matter what. Like, I'm sure out of the 52 tips, there's something in there that you could always use when camping. It's not like just if you're trapped in the wilderness, this becomes helpful.
Right. Yeah, and I mean, you always have a deck of cards with you to play if you get bored, And I think there's been many times when I've been out hiking or camping and needed something to burn, whether it's leaves or whatever. You can always use this as a last resort.
That's a really cool idea. I like the self-sacrificing nature of this survival deck. It really fits with the theme of it being about survival. So very nicely done.
Yeah.
Well, thank you everyone for checking out this episode of Deckin Around Deck Specs. Make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We drop these every Tuesday, Friday, and Saturday, giving you the freshest looks at the newest decks.
Peace.